All right. Good evening, everyone.
Why you don't have sound suckers?
Hey, Zelmo and my baby doll are online again. We are streaming Call of the Wild, Hunter, a Call of the Wild. This is the most recent updated one. I just downloaded a patch for a bunch of weapons, I guess. It's latest patch was about 24, 25 gigabytes, so it was a pretty big file that was updated and downloaded here. So we're gonna play around with this and see what all the good news is about. Skip that. Okay. I created an account with these guys, I guess. Oh, maybe because it updated, it lost my settings. But we're just gonna go ahead and get this going. Let it finish booting up. Okay, there's my game. Continue. I was in the Yukon map the last time I played this. About as close to Alaska as you're gonna get.
Maybe it's connected, that's why you can't hear.
No, this is not connected. It's not. It's just the controller and the microphone. So, okay, we're dropping into the map wherever I left off. I don't remember where I was at. I guess wherever here is. Ooh, this frame rate's kind of lame. Hold on. I remember the controls. Okay. Here's my gun. Let's shoot some things. Whoa, this is slow. Okay, that's me right there. I'm supposed to go here, I guess. Locate an infested tree. Sounds exciting. Let's go check it out. Alright, I'm gonna go find a tree. Stay with me. Let's turn the TV on.
It's okay.
Good night. Love you too. Alright, Miss Baby Doll's going off to bed. It's just gonna be me wandering through the woods alone. Apparently I can't run faster than this.
This is the one. Okay. In that pack, you should have a canister of paint and a nozzle attachment. Use them to paint a big pink X on the tree. And let's take a look around to make sure the beetles haven't started to spread.
Okay, I'm supposed to collect... Or wait. A can of paint. Hey, look at that. You know, let's wait. Let's go shoot something. Okay, rather than paint a tree, I'm gonna go and shoot these animals here. Hope any animal lovers here don't mind, but the whole point of a game being called Hunter is to hunt things. That's my opinion. So I am going to go and hunt these things. Now, I'm supposed to be able to sneak up on these things, so that's what I'm gonna do. Like they're just like right here. And before my wife went off to sleep, she suggested that I wear headphones next time and use the mic so that I can hear what's going on. Because right now I'm in complete silence. If anybody watched our live feed of Grand Theft Auto 5 from earlier today, I didn't get a chance to look at that video until later after I had uploaded it to YouTube, so I had no idea that the music was that loud. I know I could barely hear myself talking throughout that whole like live stream when I was rewatching it, which I find to be hilarious. But then again, at the same time, it doesn't take much to entertain me. So I find a lot of things funny, even things that aren't funny or shouldn't be funny. I find to be hilarious at times. All right, I lost these moose or the deer or whatever they were, which is a shame because at least one of them looked pretty darn huge. So I'm gonna go back and follow their trail sign. That's what these flashing lights are on the ground. It's supposed to be tracks. You're supposed to be able to track the deer. See the footprints. Examine the track. It shows you like where. Right here, if you can see it on the screen, which direction they're going approximately, and you're supposed to follow and you're supposed to walk after them. Okay, so I'll pretend like this is kind of real life and engage in tracking them. Now, I'm from Alaska. I'm in Alaska. I am Alaskan native, but I haven't really done a whole lot of hunting in my life. Ooh, look, there's poop. Very fresh, dropping, so they're close by. All right, let's keep going. We'll follow the poop. I guess the blue markings here is supposed to be more poop, or is this just the animal that I'm tracking? I think the blue is the animal I'm currently tracking here. And it tells me it's still going this way, which we can kind of already tell. And this one changed direction. There was more than one. So one went that way, one went this way. Let's keep following the one that we were tracking earlier. Okay, I'm supposed to be hearing something. Track animal call. Warning call. Okay, it's a moose. Is that it right there? Ooh, there it is. Look. Shooting right in the head. It's pooping. Shoot in the butt. Boom! Got it! I ran out this way. Now I shot it, so there should be blood right there. Okay, there's blood there, and I ran over this way. Now imagine in real life it's not really a smart idea to go running into heavy brush chasing a wounded animal. But we're going to do it anyway. Oh look, it pooped itself. Which is to be expected from somebody who just got shot, so. I'm looking for blood trails though. If I see any blood marks, we're following the one that got hit, the one I shot, so. And I don't see anything over there. Let's go back over here. Let's go back to where I initially... See, that thing was like running around all over the place when I hit it. When I shot it. Okay, ran up this way. Where's that blood? Okay, there's the blood. It went up over here, right? Oh wait, it ran up this way. Let's follow this one. That one's going that way. Okay, it's going away from the blood trail that I found, so let's keep following. So I shot it while it was pooping, so there was more than one, so... Oh, right there. Look, there's blood. So it's probably over here. That's a pretty fair-sized moose that I shot, so... We are hopefully on the right track to put this moose out of its misery. Or, I mean, who am I kidding? I want the trophy. This is a hunting game. You want the trophy. You don't want to... do anything humane to something that's just an animal. I love animals in general, but you know, being the Alaskan native that I am, yes, I love animals, but I love eating them even more. Mother Nature provides. I might have lost it. I hope not. 'Cause I know I hit the damn thing. Oh, look right there. There's blood. Okay. So it's still bleeding. It's still pooping. It's probably still scared shitless. Pun intended. Let's go over here. Looking for blood trails. We're both running this way. Oh, there's another blood trail right there. I was considering maybe picking something a little more action-oriented, like a shooter. Maybe jumping onto the, Game Pass and finding a shooter that way or whatever. But oh shit! Okay, right there. Ooh. Moose that I capped earlier ran this way. I'll run one back and track down that one deer I shot earlier. I'll track it down here later. I think that moose might be on its last legs here. I guess I should, what do you call it? Make a public service announcement, whatever. Not to hunt like this in real life, you know, multiple animals at the same time. You shoot two animals at once, you gotta go chase them, both of them down, and you know, animals, they suffer if you shoot them. I'm still new to live streaming. I don't want to come across as a hole right away. Save that for later. I feel like Elmer Fudd from Looney Tunes right now. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting mooses. You know what? Moose ain't down here. I lost it. Okay, that moose sent out a warning call from this direction. That's what happens when you try to play a hunting simulation like Call of Duty. Just shoot the first thing you see. Oh, look at it right there. Is he gonna charge me? Still kind of pissed that I shot him, I guess. Hey, man. Either you or me, buddy. I'm hunting a pissed off moose right now. So, okay, he laid down. Supposedly when they're resting a lot, that means they're bleeding out. Which way did he go? I feel like it's went a big circle. All these tracks around and I don't know which one's the right one. I don't want the caribou, I want the moose. What's this Z thing here? Does that mean is this where? Did he die? I don't know what's going on here. I'm just all turned around here. Caribou. I lost the moose tracks. I don't know where the heck. I should go back to where it was resting. Try to find it then. I think that was over here somewhere. There's some blood. Bleed rate very low. Either it's running out or it's like Wolverine and it heals fast. So, no, there he is. There's more blood here. Going that way. This moose. It's a caribou. What the hell is this? Blood trail. Find the moose track. That's what I'm looking for. That looks like moose poop. Very old moose droppings. Caribou. Caribou. Now in North America, we know what a caribou is. But okay, my wife, she's Filipina, and in the Philippines they call them carabao, not caribou, carabao. And their carabao look nothing like our caribou. Our caribou look like the deer. Oh, here's a moose track. Our caribou look like the deer. The Philippines carabao looks like a cow, like a big cow or an ox or something. And they actually in Vietnam, essentially the same animal what Americans call a water buffalo is essentially, from what I've seen, is the Philippines version, the carabao, and the water buffalo from Vietnam are like practically the same animal. I'm sure there's a difference, but being on, the Philippines are an island nation, while the Vietnam is part of mainland Asia. I'm sure there's a difference between the two, but my Alaska native side of me, all it cares about is, can I eat it? What does it taste like? Does it taste good? Like I said, doesn't take much to entertain me. So. Alright, I'm pretty sure this moose is running me around circles because I feel like I'm walking over the same tracks over and over again. And if I shot him, how long before he bleeds out? Well, I guess he bleeds out. He'll drop dead, and then I could just take my time trying to look for him. But he was running this way, and then he's running this way. And then he's running this way. Oh, what are you doing? You're running this way. Running this way. Friday night, I plan on playing American Truck Simulator. One of my favorite games because it is very immersive. I'd like to play it on the Oculus Quest 2. I do have one of those, but I have not yet learned how to set up Streamlabs and Twitch with Oculus Quest 2. Why is this thing lagging? Yeah. This is like 10 frames per second. What is going on here? Are my settings like total shit right now? Oh, it's pretty. But that also means the sun's going down. It's gonna get cold out here. Do I really want to be out in the woods at night on this game? I don't know. Oh, made the mating call of the red fox. See, I'm just running around in circles through this whole freaking mess. Alright, I'm just gonna go over here. I think I lost those animals that I shot, so maybe I go look for that red fox and shoot that instead and call it a day. Let's just go. It's the poop. I just walked through moose poop. Cool as that. Right water water flats again. See, I'm just going around circles, man. I just came from there. I'm not supposed to be running through the woods because it's supposed to be supposedly it scares the animals. I think next time. Oh, what's that? That's blood. Blood. Blood's a good sign that I shot something. Okay. And I went that way, so okay. There's blood right here. There's more blood here. I think we're finally onto something here. Definite blood trail going that way. I think once I find this, whatever I shot, I'm gonna call it a day on this. Oh, either way, just want to give a shout out to the many new followers that decided to follow this account today. Last count I saw 42 followers, and today I started off with my wife is my follower. So I went from one follower to at least 42. So for that, I am extremely grateful to everybody who took the time to at least look at this account. Still a work in progress. I am very, very new at this whole live streaming thing. Mostly don't know what I'm really doing right now. What we got? Moose call. Let's go find him. Still don't really know what I'm doing, but for now, as long as I got the core aspect of it up and running, the actual streaming part, everything else I think will fall into place later on. If this is entertaining anybody, that's really why I'm here doing it. I want to just join in on the fun, you know what I mean? And so far, where's that moose again? That moose is here. I'm gonna sneak up on him. But yeah, so far it's been extremely fun creating this whole thing, and I can see why it's such a big deal to a lot of people. Supposedly there's money involved. I don't know how the heck you guys make money off this. Oh, right there. Die, bitch. Boom. Did I get him? Did I get him? He ran off this way. I got him. Look, look. It's fresh blood. Okay, he went over here somewhere. And he pooped again. Just now. Okay, he's really close. Right over this way. Hope it doesn't decide to come out and charge me, but that would be ironic, wouldn't it? He's in there bleeding, so he ran through here. I'll sneak up on him. There he goes. Let's see. He ran that way. He ran this way. I'll just kind of sneak up on him. I don't know if anybody heard me earlier today during the Grand Theft Auto feed, but I was trying to explain what I'm running on currently. What kind of computer I'm running. I am running an RTX 2070 Super 8 GB. I bought a couple years ago, right before the big chip shortage thing. Alright, let's get. I need to find this thing before the sun goes down, so I'll run after him. Yeah, I'm running an RTX 2070 Super. Which is adequate. I'm also running an old Ryzen 5 chipset, so as I was thinking earlier, there's probably a little bit of like bottlenecking going on here. I'm not a big computer expert at all, so I mean, I know how to turn them on and off, but I had to get my buddy to help me out with the installation for the graphics card, and I bought a SSD solid state drive last year, which really helped with performance as far as loading up the games and running certain aspects of them. But problem with some of these older rigs is that with all the new stuff coming out, like I heard the new Dying Light 2 that just released a couple weeks ago tends to be a bit of a system hog, and frame rate tends to be the most noticeable thing about that. Also, I heard the game itself is not fully optimized from what I've been reading about it. I want to get the new Dying Light 2 before it gets too old to when people lose interest in it. Because I've also heard mixed reviews about it, so I don't know. Freaking red fox. Okay, go back over here. Actually, I'm more excited about the new Sniper Elite 5 game that's coming out. I'm gonna do another live stream of Sniper Elite 4 probably within the next couple days, because that first one I did, the very first live stream I did, looked like crap because I made the error of I made the mistake of putting my settings all the way up. I ran it in 1080p, and I guess if you do that, I was reading later on that it kind of makes your whole computer work too hard, and it comes out obviously the picture quality came out all blurry and pixely, a lot of pixels there, which made it almost unwatchable. And if anybody watched that stream, it ended abruptly. I got killed, so, and I guess rather than keep going, I did make it. I made it inside the secret fortress, whatever, on that game, and I thought that was a good stopping point. But that was like from yesterday, so I'll make sure to pick it up soon where I left off and maybe do like hopefully look better. It should look better. It'll probably be longer. I could probably finish the whole game, the whole rest of the game, in the next live stream I do for Sniper Elite 4. But I am planning on Friday night to do a live stream of American Truck Simulator. It's a driving game. You're driving a truck across the highways of America. The game's been out for a few years. They've released a lot of like DLC for that game. Each DLC is essentially a map of a different region, different they got the state of California's on there, Idaho, Colorado, Wyoming. The latest one's Wyoming. They're working on Texas and Montana right now. I'm betting Montana's going to release it for Texas, because Texas, that's going to be a huge map. It's probably going to be more pricey too, because Texas that's a big state. Any Texans in here, you guys live in a big state. Not as big as Alaska in terms of land, but in terms of just the amount of people living there, and lots of oil in that state. Where's that moose at? Those moose tracks go. There's moose tracks back here. Okay, he went that way. But I've never been to Texas yet. Me and my wife, me and Baby Doll were talking about maybe moving down there someday, but I don't know. We're just kind of waiting and seeing. If you've ever lived up in Alaska, it's hard to leave here. And you think you want to leave here, but then once you do, you end up wanting to come back. So it's any fellow Alaskans in here could certainly relate to that if they've ever left the state. Truly is one of a kind up here. There's that moose. Okay, he's over here somewhere. Feels like I go in circles, but when you shoot a moose, I mean, what do they do? Well, they run in circles. I would imagine they panicking the way they are. That's a caribou. Moose, okay. Oh, right there. Fuck down. Okay, that was a thrill. I obviously hit the moose. Let's track it down and finish it off. Okay, I think what's going on, supposedly if you pick a certain track, the preceding track after will be highlighted in blue. Forgive me, I haven't played this game in a while, so I have a lot of games. And actually, good time to tell you a story about that real quick. It was my wife's idea to get into live streaming. We were watching another live streamer recently, like about a couple weeks ago. And we were just watching on YouTube, and she pointed out to me, she goes, "Why aren't you doing this, Ms. Elmo?" And I'm like, well, I don't know. Like, what do you mean? I mean, why aren't you, she goes, why aren't you doing what this guy's doing? Why aren't you doing anything with all your games? And I'm like, well, what do you mean? I play all my games. And she's like, yeah, but you could be making money off them. And then this, because the guy was getting like these like, the donations and such. And she's just, that's kind of where it all began, was this, she put the idea in my head, hey, I could actually be doing something productive with this, with my video gaming thing. Like, producing something out of it, you know, even if it's just a recording of me playing video games, you know, people watching. But alright, I lost that stupid moose track. To go back, I'll backtrack. Needless to say, though, live streaming wasn't my idea. But when you hear an idea that's a good idea, you want to chase after it before the idea gets too old and you get lazy or whatever. There we go. Or, you know, you allow real life to distract you and then you lose interest, and which is easy to do, especially if you're in our situation. We've got a total of 3 kids between us. There's our newborn, well, he's not newborn, he's 2 months old. Our youngest, a baby. And there's my oldest, he's 9. You saw him earlier today during the Grand Theft Auto live feed, and then Miss Baby Doll's got another son currently overseas in the Philippines. We're trying to get him here, hopefully later on this year in the summer. So when you're as busy as we are, you and I have 2 jobs too to try to help the situation. But when you're as busy as we are, you don't get a whole lot of free time to do the things you want to do. So when we got into this idea of live streaming, we figured, well, heck, let's just hurry up and start doing it. 'Cause we already had most of the tools and capability handy. I personally think the hardest part of live streaming is finding the good games to play. As it turned out, I just happen to have a whole ton of video games just sitting around. I mostly just when see a really good deal, if a game goes on sale, can't say no to it. Like hey, the entire Civilization 5 between the eyes, bitch. Boom. That's a tough. Ooh, he hit me. Alright, let's go chase after his mother. Alright. There he is. He went that way. Alright, the moose just made it personal. He finally charged me. But he is bleeding. And he's weakening. Once I finish him off, I might just relax and stream some, Puzzle Quest after this or something. I'm kidding now. This has been really super fun. This is the most fun I've had since I first started playing this game. I think it was it was a while back. I bought the original one way back in like 2017, I think it was. And this game is like older than that. The thing it originally came out like 2014 or something. I think it was just called Call of the Wild or the Hunter or something like that. And then they kept updating it over the years because people kept playing it. They kept releasing new DLC for it, and this version here, I only called it the 2022 version on the when you're setting up the live stream initially. It asks you what version are you playing, whatever, and I said 2022 because that new update just came out like yesterday. It was like it's a rifle pack or something. All these different new guns that came out for it, and they essentially updated it. So I just called it the 2022 version because I downloaded the latest update for it. So. And oh yeah, earlier today I was kind of joking around about Grand Theft Auto 5. That there's a new version coming out, or another version of that game coming out. It basically gets updated again for the current generation consoles, Xbox Series X, which I own right there, and the PS5 version, which I do not own a PS5 yet because those suckers are so hard to find. But anyway, the latest version of GTA is coming out, and it's supposed to have like ray tracing and 60 frames per second. Updated. The graphics are updated. I don't know about the content, like if there's gonna be anything new, like new cars or. I mean, I'd be happy with just some more single missions, like something new for the single player, because I don't play the online version much. I tried doing it a while ago, but you know, when you're trying to build up your online GTA person, because you can play as a woman on the GTA Online, but you know, like man or woman, you're updating your online caricature, so to speak. But I noticed when I was playing it a while back that well, the people who are getting all those the shark cards, you know, like $100 worth of the shark cards, and they're buying up all this crap, like that. If you don't have shark card, you gotta grind for that stuff, you know, and that's a kind of made me lose interest because it became like kind of a, even though it was free to play, and I'm not really a big fan of free to play games. Yeah, I like to grind it out. If the grind is if the grind is fun. Oh, look at it. He's still alive. He's right there. Let's see if we can nail him. Sniper Elite style. Boom! Did I get him? Did I get him? This moose is extremely tough to kill. That was kind of my bad, though. I shot him through the trees. I shouldn't have done that. But anyway. Oh, he's being creative now. One thing I like about this game, though, the moose in real life, they blend in so well in the woods. That, I mean, a moose could be literally right in front of you, and if he's in a thing of trees, like an outcropping or in a clump of trees or whatever, I mean, a moose could be really, I mean, like practically invisible in front of you. They blend into the wooded area so perfectly that it's just amazing. And I don't know if y'all have moose in your area, wherever you're from, but up here in Alaska, moose are pretty commonplace. They you see a lot of them, or at least I do. I don't know. I don't get too crazy about moose anymore, but to me they're like cows, you know, out in the woods. Same thing. I mean, the same concept, you know. You don't want to piss off a cow. A cow will charge you. You know, because a cow is a cow. Well, a moose ain't no different, really. See a moose out in the woods, leave the moose alone. They're harmless, but piss them off, they charge you. Especially if their little moose calves are nearby. He ran off this way. slow down a bit. You know, you can also crawl in this game. Look, watch. It's like, you ever play that game, the original, the Ghost Recon from like 20 years ago? They call this, was it going prone? It must work in real life because I hear that military folk, when they're in combat, they do a lot of this crawling around stuff. I'm being facetious right now. I'm being funny. You don't have to laugh. No, I'm crawling like this. I have a feeling this moose is really close. And if I can sneak up on him good enough where I can get a good shot off him. There he goes. That's the other thing I didn't think about. If I'm carrying the right kind of ammo to take down a moose. I don't even know what I have right here. I'm going to pause it and look at what I've got. Because look at that, I've been following this freaking thing. Look how far I've traveled. Chasing this stupid moose down. Okay. I've got a 243 rifle. Okay, I do not have the highest caliber. That's probably why this moose ain't... I can't kill this moose because I'm shooting him with a little 24 or .243 caliber the bullet, which is like just a hair above 22. I mean, looks like I'd be better off to shoot him with a handgun. I got the 357 right there. Wasn't thinking about this. Maybe I should just let it. Nah, I've been chasing him enough. I just go kill him off. I'm gonna try I have a 12 gauge. I have a shotgun. Try shooting with that. Okay, here's the deal. If I see him, next time I see him, I'll get up as close as I can and I'll blast him with the shotgun. How's that? That sounds like fun. Because what happened was, now that I think about it, the save game I had, I was just trying to follow the quest. Because you notice when this first started, I was going to go and spray paint that tree to hunt for or to mark it for the beetle contamination or something. And then all of a sudden the deer was like right there. And I just started blasting. Elmer Fudd style. Let's go back. So I went into this hunt completely unprepared. There he goes. Completely unprepared, because now I'm trying to take down a moose with this little I should have at least like a 30-06 or something, but not a little, like that's a dinky .243. And I'm not a gun nut. I never even heard of a .243. So. It's a red fox. A moose is just here. There he goes. Okay. Now he went into the tall brush, which is probably not good for me because I am already hurt. I can catch him while he's laying down or resting or something. Just cap him while he's laying down. Not very sportsman-like to be sure, but I'm getting tired of this hunt already. Especially knowing now that I went in so unprepared. I gotta remind you too, I'm still very, very early in this game. Okay, I bought it like maybe 2 months ago, the full version or whatever, and then all these other new games came out. I got, like I said, I got an Xbox, the Series X, and I've been playing a lot of other games on that. Forza Horizon 5, which is phenomenal, and then Halo Infinite, of course, that came out, and I'm still not very far in that game either. I don't get a whole lot of the gaming time because, like I said, I got 2 jobs and 3 kids, supporting 3 kids. Gotta keep my baby doll happy. So there's that too. And we literally just had a baby like back in like this December. Our littlest of our little men. So these last few months have been very busy. And so I don't get a whole lot of free time to focus on all these games that I've been picking up. And oh yeah, one of my most recent purchases is yet another what I consider an awesome game, that Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which was a pleasant surprise to me. I didn't think I was going to like that game as much as I did. I thought it was going to be like Odyssey or Origins, like a Viking version of Odyssey or Origins. And I was surprised that there was enough in Valhalla that made it more unique from those other 2 games, Assassin's Creed games. And I was also surprised at how casual that Valhalla has been so far, like relaxing. Kind of like how Fallout, or any of the Fallout games, is what I would call relaxing experiences. Cause like when I play those games, I just chill. I just want to enjoy the, you know, the laid back experience. I lost my way here. It's poop. And they're fresh. But I don't know where that moose went. Oh, there we go. See, he went to the tall brush, which makes it harder to track these guys. I want to see if I can get a headshot and maybe get lucky and kill this freaking thing. Because it's late and I am getting sleepy. Keep hearing. It's that red fox. Red Fox, one of my favorite comedians from old school days. Like it says in my profile, I'm a bit of a boomer. "48 years old, I still love the game." You know, when you're a gamer at heart, it's in your blood. You just want to. You don't care how old you get. I want to be like, what's her face? Skyrim grandma. I want to be 80 something years old and still freaking playing Call of Duty, whatever. Ran back this way. Fresh poop there, so he's close again. If I can get close enough to get him with a headshot with the 357, I just leave it at that. I already put, I don't know how many bullets I put into him now. I will tell you this, though, I'm not going to be doing this all night. It's 2:30. Alright, really quick. Let me shut some lights off here. Give me a quick second. Sorry, team, it's getting late. And Zelma's got to work in the morning. But I do want to see some kind of closure on this because I've already spent so much time trying to track this stupid moose down. sure I got enough. Make sure I got enough ammo to take this thing down. So. Just imagine how hard this game would be if you turned off all of the assists, like the flashing poop, the flashing tracks. I tried playing that's was it Sniper Elite 4 on the hardest like settings one time without any assists, and boy, talk about getting your ass handed to you in a hurry. What's this freaking moose doing? Okay, where'd he go? I am confused. Same moose. Going back to that Oculus Quest 2 topic, I wonder if this game would be compatible. How good this game would be if it was VR compatible. There's some games that you play and you wonder, what would it be like in VR, you know? I think this one would be pretty cool. This one would be pretty cool, I think. I mean, just imagine you're in this wide open air vista and you're looking around and you're like, wow, trees, wow, you know, trees and such. He didn't come this way, did he? Oh, what's that? Red fox again. I'm starting to think that red fox is helping out our little moose friend here. Okay, he ran off down here. Eventually, I'm gonna I live stream Elite Dangerous, one of my other favorites, and I have played that in VR already on Oculus, and that is an amazing experience to the point where you almost don't want to go back to playing that game in 2D. The experience is so immersive on the Oculus Quest. even though I hate to use the word or the term immersive simulation, because it's kind of redundant, you know, because by any and all definition out there, every simulation is immersive to a point, of course. But when you're playing like right now, this game, I don't know how much of a simulator that it is from real life hunting, but as you can see, I'm pretty well immersed in this game right now. Our friend's going for water. He's running towards the lake. But I mean, as far as the simulations are concerned, Elite Dangerous is pretty damn immersive. And I've been playing that game since, oh gosh, my dad brought the old Commodore 64 version home one day, and was it 1980? Yeah, 1985. That was the original Elite version. I mean, not that particular one. They had one out for IBM. IBM computers back in the mid 80s, and then the Commodore 64, it got their own version. That's the one I grew up on. And then I started playing Elite Dangerous initially in 2018 on my old Xbox One X I bought a while ago. And which one must ask, or the question certainly can be raised, how can it be a simulation if we don't have any actual spaceships to simulate, aside from the space shuttle or lunar landers and things like that, satellites and such. But if it simulates an actual experience, even if the experience itself is fictional, I mean, to me that counts as a simulation, even if it's not simulating a real life event, which Elite Dangerous is a space simulation, or what other people I've seen, they've fondly referred to as a space trucker simulation, because it is kind of like you're a truck driver in space. That's what kind of essentially what Elite Dangerous is. But comparing it to, say, the game I'm going to live stream in a couple of nights, hopefully, American Truck Simulator. American Truck Simulator, no one's trying to kill you. Elite Dangerous, there's pirates and such they're out to get you. In Alaska, anyway, sometimes, yes, the snow can actually come on you pretty quick. So if anyone that was maybe wondering how real or how authentic that is for it to start snowing that fast, anyone who's lived in any of the northern like the northern states, like Montana or Wisconsin or Alaska, or even places like Canada, you know. Snow can come down pretty sudden. Be surprised how quickly you can go from a nice, clear, sunny day to up getting kind of cloudy. Next thing you know, snowing. You know, it's just it can happen that fast, especially in Alaska. Have you folks noticed that the moose doesn't appear to be bleeding anymore? I have not seen a single blood trail, drop, whatever, since about, what, about a mile back? As far as I know, I'm chasing the same moose, so... Unless I shot its twin brother or something earlier, but that moose didn't have antlers, so I'm assuming it's gonna be a female. Oh, look, sun's coming out. The snow's melting again. It's getting green outside again. Okay. I think next time I play this game, I'm gonna play with the settings some more and try to increase the performance level a bit, because I don't like the slow motion thing. I think the game should be playing a lot quicker than this. It's probably my own fault because I have a 4K TV and the newest Xbox, and I'm used to playing the games with the graphics all amped up or all boosted up. Jesus. Irritating. I really hate to give up. It is getting late. It's almost 3 o'clock in the morning here. I gotta get up in about 4 hours to get my oldest son ready for school. But I feel like this moose is like really close. Grizzly bear, oh shit. There is a grizzly bear over there. Hey, you want to see me get killed by a grizzly bear? You know what would be so lame is after all this time chasing this moose, if the bear ate it. It's right fucking there. Alright, I'm not playing around with the bear. Okay. I have a real life phobia of grizzly bears. Never been attacked by one. Never even been relatively near one. But the closest shave I ever had with a grizzly was, in real life was, a bunch of us one time, we were walking down one of the bike trails, the bicycle trails here in town, here in Anchorage. And, okay, essentially all of Alaska is considered to be bear country. And so it's not uncommon to run or to see bears around here, even in town. Now the bears themselves don't bother me, but what really get me worried is the little bear cubs, because as everybody knows, wherever there's a bear cub, there's a mama bear. And anyway, we were out walking on one of the bike trails during the middle of the day. It looked like this right here, you know, it's bright sunny sky, blue sky, sun was out, hot summer day. And as we're walking, it was the bike trail, and then there was just like a fenced off. There were a couple of fences on both sides of the trail. They're bear fences to keep the bears out, right? Anyway, this little bear cub comes out, grizzly bear cub, and he's big freaking claws, right? For a little guy, big claws, and he comes out, and he's behind the fence, and we're just like, hey, look, get a cute little grizzly bear behind the fence. Well, the fence only went so far this way. The bear wanted to play with us, and we're starting to walk away. The bear runs around the fence like this, comes on our side, starts walking after us, and of course me and my friends, we were like, holy cow, that bear cub's like right there. So we started to walk away, and the bear cub starts to follow us, right? And then we're like, holy shit, you know. So we started to run, and as we're running, the bear cub starts chasing after us, you know. And by then we're freaking out, because we know that the bear cub's mama was around, and we don't want to be anywhere near this bear cub with mama bear around. And well, obviously nothing happened. I'm still here. Okay, the bear cub had lost interest in us finally, but we just hightailed it out of there. We got out of there really quick. And well, you know, some memories they stick with you, and that was one of them. I said to myself, that's as close as I ever want to get to a grizzly bear. Not as bad of a story as like a mauling, like a being mauled by a bear. I was never mauled by a bear, but I don't want to be mauled by a bear, because I've met people who were mauled by bears, and I do not ever want to experience that. Okay, I lost this moose, and there's a grizzly bear out here somewhere. Shucks. In case anybody's wondering, I'm playing on a controller, on a gamepad, so. That grizzly bear was here. Well, I'm not hunting the grizzly bear, so it's bear tracks. There's the moose tracks. Sorry. Wet my whistle a little bit. Well, shoot. Who do I trust? Who do I believe? Where are all these tracks going? So the moose ran over here. Probably heard the bear. Started running away from the bear. So the bear is right there, I guess. You know, if the bear was chasing the moose, my hunt might be pretty much over at this point. So I'm not sure if I'm following fresh track or old track at this point. See what I'm saying? This moose sure poops a lot though. Okay, it comes back this way. Ran over here. Ran back here. Ran back there. So it ran back this way. I don't freaking know. I'm pretty much lost at this point. What do you think, team? Should I give it up? I don't want to quit, but, you know, it's almost 3 a.m. I gotta get up in 5 hours, literally. 5 hours. Get my boy ready for school. I guess I could save the game and do this another time. Oh, wait, right there. Got him that time. Yeah. I got him good that time. Knocked him off his feet. Let's just run and get this over with. Rambo style. My wife went to sleep already. I'm gonna go in there and like wake her up. If I can kill this moose, I'm gonna go wake her up. I got it! I killed the moose! Freaking awesome, man! Just to let you folks know, I am playing in almost complete silence right now. I still have not figured out how to get sound don't think I can do it with the mic on, the microphone on. As a baby doll suggested I put the headphones on. You can probably hear that way. I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually. I am dealing with, well, to me it's new technology. I normally don't play games like this with a camera and a microphone. And she Baby doll is supposed to be my sidekick, so to speak. Well, we're supposed to be playing together. So this was her idea, but she's up all day with the baby while I have to go to work all day, so it's kind of just the way things are right now with us. So when I get home, I'm ready to chill out, relax, play some games and such. She's ready to go to bed, so like, what do I do, Alright, this moves right a long way for getting a shot, so. It's right there. Shh. Get him again. You ever see the GoldenEye, the movie with the actor Sean Bean? He was the one who played was a Boromir in the Lord of the Rings movie. He was a villain in GoldenEye, and at one point he says to Pierce Brosnan, played James Bond in that movie, he says, "Why don't you just die?" And that's how I am with this movie. Why don't you just die? So I'm getting so sick of this running around crap. But I guess that's what I get for trying to go moose hunting with a pea shooter. I'm hitting him. There's blood there. Real men load their rifles while they're walking. I'm kidding, folks. I'm sure there's real hunters watching. I'm not even reading the chat right now, but if there's anybody chatting, or if there's any real hunters watching, probably making fun of all the mistakes I'm making. I just noticed I'm trying to be quiet to sneak up on this moose, and I'm not talking to you, like as if the moose could hear me. That's so funny. Okay. Ran up here somewhere. He ran up here somewhere. I'm also trying to speak up because I have a tendency to mumble under my breath when I'm deep in concentration. Sometimes I don't even realize I'm talking to nobody, basically, but in this case I'm talking to all of you, so it's just like trying to retrain myself to speak up more. Probably wouldn't be an issue if I was wearing my headset, because my headset's there's a microphone on it. I got that Xbox headset, the newest one. My wife got it for me for my birthday. And anybody, if you've been on the fence about those, it's the latest Xbox headset. If you're not sure about those, I can vouch for you. That headset is amazing. If you watch 4K movies, like actual Blu-ray movies, there's some of us who still watch movies off of a disc, but that headset has 7.1 channel capability, and if you pair that with the Dolby Access app, which has the Dolby Atmos for headphones app, it will mimic a Dolby Atmos setup. Anybody that doesn't know what Dolby Atmos is, it's essentially the system, either it's overhead speakers or upward, like firing speakers, which will direct sound upward to bounce off your ceiling and come back from overhead, come back down from overhead. It's meant to mimic like what you would hear at an IMAX theater. It's three-dimensional sound. It's been out in the market for a few years now. I think it debuted in 2016, 2017, and it's still what you would call a niche market, like kind of a smaller, more a narrow, more of a focused market. But a lot of people who have like audio receiver systems, a lot of them have the Dolby Atmos systems, which are sorry, I got sidetracked here. A lot of them have the Dolby Atmos systems, which they're actually very, I mean, they're not cheap, but I mean, the good ones are still affordable. I mean, you can get a really good sounding Dolby Atmos surround system with like 9.2 channels, whatever, for like going like, you know, like starting at like around $1,500. You can get a decent, like a Marantz receiver system or a Denon. Depending on who you talk to, I'm really not much of an audiophile. I have a old Samsung Dolby Atmos a soundbar. It's still decent enough, but it's only a 5.1.4 surround system. The 5.1 is your typical 5.1 surround system, which means it's got the 5 channels plus a subwoofer. And then the point 4 right after that is the your Atmos speakers, the upper firing speakers. There's 2 on the soundbar and 2 on each speaker behind me. But I mean, nowadays 4K Blu-ray movies are coming out with like the 7.1 channels, 7.1 point whatever channels. For a while there, they were doing 6.1. Like I think Thor Ragnarok 4K Blu-ray a few years back had the 6.1 surround, and then they went up to 7.1. This movie I just bought over the weekend, that newest the Ghostbusters Afterlife movie. That one's got a 7.1 like Dolby Atmos surround on it, and so I'm missing 2 channels with my setup. I only have a 5.1.4. That movie supports the 7.1 point like whatever Dolby Atmos sound. So I'm missing like 2 channels, which some parts of the movie I noticed and where the dialogue was kind of quiet, like the ambient sound was kind of quiet, and then the actual action sound, the kaboom you always hear, that blew up my speaker. Not literally blew them up, but I mean the whole room shook, put it that way. And my wife got mad at me. She was taking a nap out here when I was watching that movie, and it boom came out really loud, and it was set pretty low. Volume was already set down pretty low, down into the single digits on my sound bar, and so I was pretty surprised at that. The Dolby Atmos surround sound actually did that on my speaker setup, which is one of the drawbacks if you don't have the complete channel support. Like if you're playing a 7.1 surround sound, Dolby Atmos surround sound 4K Blu-ray movie with a 5.1 point whatever surround. So what happened here? Okay. Well, the powers that be are telling me it's time to go to bed. My game just crashed. Well, shucky darn. Not that it's going to help anything, but I'm going to send the report. And well, that came to a sudden, abrupt end. I felt like I was about ready to kill that moose. But apparently that was not the case. I do apologize for that technical difficulty. But I do appreciate the folks that were in chat and the folks that were watching. Had a great time with you all. We're going on 2 hours of feed here, so I am gonna save this to our YouTube channel, just because I thought this was much more of a successful live stream than the other ones I had. I'm planning on running a live stream on Friday night, this coming Friday night at around midnight. I will be playing American Truck Simulator. I'll try to leave a um, reminder on my Twitch channel feed and my Facebook feed. But just to let anyone who's been watching tonight, or anyone who watches the video that's going to come later on my YouTube channel, I am planning a live stream on Friday night for American Truck Simulator. I will be using a gamepad. I don't have a steering wheel yet, but I get by with a gamepad. I'd love to do the Oculus one, like an Oculus version of American Truck Simulator, but I have not yet figured out how to hook up the Oculus Quest to Streamlabs to Twitch. I just haven't gone that far. I literally just started doing this yesterday, so I'm still pretty new at this. But I'm going to keep plugging away because I want to entertain y'all. It's been really fun having y'all here with me tonight, and hope to see you all in the immediate future. I'll probably run another stream tomorrow. My wife and I are just kind of going through my game list, and just picking out. Oh, we'll try this one, But I'm gonna be signing off here. So you folks have yourselves a wonderful rest of your evening. I hope to see you tomorrow sometime, probably late at night again, or maybe a little earlier. We'll see. Yeah, wish you all a good rest of your evening. If you're out and about, please drive safe. If you're at home, please have a good night's rest, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Okay? I am Zelmo. I am signing off right now. Good night.